welcome back to the Homestead. Today, we're gonna make something. So if you've watched my last few videos, you realize that I have my ham radio license now. I'm a licensed amateur radio technician. I've been carrying around this B-Tech DMR 6X2 radio. I've really been enjoying it, being able to listen into the different repeaters in the area and know that I have a means of communication if something were to happen and I didn't have cell service or didn't have access to my cell phone. I also have a department issued firefighter radio that we use here in our county to communicate with dispatch as well as other firefighters. But one of the issues that I have is when I'm in my truck and I'm responding to a call or traveling, around town, I really don't have a place to put my radio. I found that when I'm responding to a call, I often just hold it in my hand right there at the window so that I can get updates on the situation as it's unfolding and know what I'm getting into when I arrive on scene, opposed to setting it in a cup holder or leaving it on my belt, because I can't really hear it and I can't see what's going on there on the radio. So I was just thinking, it'd be nice to have a holder in my truck. I went to search on Amazon and I couldn't really find anything specific to what I was wanting, but what I did see were these brackets that would hold a radio, specifically designed for ham radio operators having it in their vehicle. And I said, well, that'll probably work for what I was wanting to do. But it's like 40 bucks for this, what looked like nothing more than an L bracket. I've got some L brackets in the barn, and I bet that that's something that I could make. Now, it needs to do three things. It needs to, first of all, it needs to hold it securely. I want something that I can just clip the radio into and have it held there securely. I don't want it flopping around or sliding off if I take a turn or stop quickly. It needs to be secure enough to where if I do have an accident, it doesn't become a projectile inside the vehicle bouncing around and causing any kind of dangerous situation. Secondly, it needs to be accessible and convenient. I not only need to be able to hear the radio, I also need to be able to see the display so I can see when somebody's reporting to me, and I need to be able to see what channel they're calling in on so that I can then respond appropriately when I need to. And I need to be able to reach it and key up easily without having to reach around things and stuff. Thirdly, it needs to be as out of the way as possible from anything else. I don't want to have to reach around my handheld to mute the radio. I need to be able to see my GPS on-screen GPS easily, and I need to be able to not have things bumping into it and accidentally keying up the mic or something like that. So it needs to be out of the way, it needs to be accessible, and it needs to be secure. I think that we can accomplish all of those things with some of the parts that I have here on the Homestead. All right, so what this is my box of metal brackets and things, and it's just a collection of stuff that I have acquired over the years, mostly ears to equipment for equipment racks and things, but I think that something like this will work perfectly. That could be cool. I don't know if I've got enough space to do something like that. I think we'll go with this one. We'll take this over to the truck and just do a dry fit and kind of see how it'll work. And I'll show you kind of what I'm thinking. This is what we've got. This is usually where I set my cell phone at. So it's sitting right in there, connected Bluetooth to the radio. I've got my GPS and everything that pops up on that screen. And what I'm thinking is if we can have the radio sitting about right there, I think that would be enough room to make sure that it clears the stick shift. So that's right there. Oh, that could be a little tight. Oh, maybe right there. I think I like that. What if we have it right here? And that way we can still access all the buttons on the front and on the side. So I should be able to grab that fairly easily. It's not really in the way of any of that. So that'll give us a clear view of everything, and I think it'll work really well. So we'll figure out how we're going to get this thing to clip on to the bracket here. So what I've seen on Amazon is where they have the little L bracket with the mounting holes up there on the side, which we already have, easily accessible. So we'll just be able to mount this right there to the side where the radio is on that plastic, and hopefully that'll be secure enough to be able to hold. It doesn't weigh much, so hopefully that'll be all right. But then what they do is they cut a little notch out here in the top for the radio clip to sit down in, and then down here at the bottom where the clip's little belt latch is, then that'll slide right into there. That'll hold the radio in there good and tight. It won't bounce out if I hit a bump, and then you know, it won't slide back and forth if I take a turn or something like that. So what we'll do, take that, set it right there, and I've got a Sharpie. Just kind of measure out on this side of it and that side of it, about where we're going to cut it. And it doesn't have to be much, just needs to be down far enough for the clip to sit into it. Kind of the concept that we're going for. This will slide right in there. Get right there. We get a little area like that. And I bet we can do this with the new drill press. Slow this guy down. What we do, drop this down to the smallest rung, or near the smallest rung. Make this one match up at 1150 RP. Super duper clean file here. There. It's not pretty, but it might just work. Just like that. Yeah, that should be long enough. Alright, so we got the bracket, a little bit of double-sided tape to kind of keep it from squeaking, and a couple of self-tapping screws, so let's see if we can get this thing mounted up in the truck. So where we decided on it was right up in here along that top part. Just take a little bit of this double-sided tape, put it on right like that. This piece, like voila! Easy to get to, easy to access. I can turn it on, maybe, yep. You can fully see the display. It's all happy. I think that we got this working. We used a little bit of creativity and ingenuity and made it happen. So I think that will hold securely enough, easy to access. Nothing's gonna bump into it, and I'll be able to see my radio when I need to. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe. See more of what we have going on down here on the homestead. And we'll see you guys on the next video.